Hey everyone, I am here with a video about artist block or how you gain inspiration, creativity. I get a lot of questions asking me how I continue to create. And I've compiled a list of things that work for me. They might not necessarily work for you, but they do work for me. And then on top of that, at the end, I'm going to kind of go into a list of things that I do, even when I want to create something, but I just don't have anything in mind to create. Like I don't know what to draw. I don't know what to write about. So this is going to be my list for you. I have the notes right here in front of me, so you might see me look down every time, and that's the reason. So the very first thing that I do that really helps me is I clean my space up. I just organize all my supplies. I maybe declutter a little bit. I really feel that once you've cleaned your space, it kind of helps you clear your mind, and then you can actually get down what you want to get down, or you can remember the ideas that you do have. Just getting all that stuff organized, the space cleaned, I just think that really, really helps. The next one is to write down your thoughts. It just might be a situation where you have so much going on in your head that you just need to get it down on paper. It doesn't need to make sense. It's almost kind of similar to morning pages, but not doing it every morning. Don't get me wrong, I think morning pages is a good thing, but I don't have time for that. I have so much other things going on that I have to get going in the morning. I have kids wanting breakfasts and my husband's going to work. And so anyway, sometimes right before I create, if I'm just not being able to do anything, not being able to create anything, then I just write a bunch of stuff down. And it might just be a list of things that I do want to create, or a list of things that are bothering me, or a list of things that I need to clean, or whatever. It's just write down what's in your head. The next one is to get outside. Go outside. You don't need to search videos on YouTube. You don't need to copy someone else's style. It helps. It does help, and it builds your own style. But get outside and breathe some fresh air and look at all the beautiful things around you. That will give you inspiration. Draw the tree down the street. That I think is probably the best advice that I could give anyone, and that works the best for me, is getting outside. You don't need a lot of stuff to create. All you need is a piece of paper and a pen. It could be a pen that you got from the bank and a piece of paper that you got out of your bag, or a piece of copy paper. You don't have to have all this fancy schmancy stuff, it's nice, don't get me wrong. It makes you almost hungry for more. So just remember that. Go back to your go-to supplies, go to those favorites that you know and love and you are comfortable with, and it'll help you start getting in that groove again. I also think that finding an area or finding your space that you like to create in is a really important part. For instance, my space is all it is a coffee table. That's all I have. It's not a desk, it's just a coffee table. And I have positioned it in the house that I have 2 huge windows in front of me so I can see outside, and that is important to me. Maybe you really like to work on the couch. Maybe you like to work at the kitchen table. Figure out a space that you feel comfortable in and that you feel, it's like your home in your home. You know what I mean? But find a space that you feel comfortable in, because that'll help you start creating as well. Okay, these last 2 kind of go together. You need to stop comparing. Stop comparing your work to someone else's. I think that everyone can benefit from this little tip. I can benefit from this tip, okay? I compare myself to a lot of not just in art, but in all aspects of life. You just need to stop comparing. I think it cuts you down. It, stops your creativity at a straight up standstill, because now you're just going to think that yours isn't any good, so why do I just continue? So stop comparing. Yes, go to those people that you know that you like their stuff, but please, take what you like from it and then make it your own. But don't compare your work to their work, because I'm going to tell you right now, your work is never going to be theirs. It's never going to be theirs, because you have your own style. Turn the mirror around and focus on you. And I've noticed that, if I try and mimic someone else's style, it's good, I like it, but then if I actually just draw from life, or turn the mirror around and draw what's in my head, I like it 10 times better. So also, let go of your fear. Try it. Try something new. Try that other style that you like from someone else, but then know that it's not your style, and then take what you like from it and then add it to your style. That way you're creating and you're growing in your art journey, a perfectionism is just going to hurt you in the long run. It really does just keep you from progressing. It keeps everything, the whole fear, comparing, and being a perfectionist just stops you still where you're at. You have to try things, and when you try things, you're going to fail. I tell that to my almost 3-year-old all the time. Good job, you have to keep trying. You have to keep trying. He falls down all the time, but he's getting up and he's going and at it again. He's learning to ride a bike right now, and so he's falling over all the time. And I really need to take my advice, I need to keep trying, because the more I keep trying, the more my journey is going to continue, and the better it's going to be in the long run, because I continue to try. If you don't give that effort, then you're not going to grow. Okay, so those are my tips of just kind of staying motivated. I have some ideas for you. So if those tips aren't working, or you're giving those tips a shot and it's just, sometimes it's not working, it doesn't click yet. I have some go-to journaling prompts that I do that I really think kind of jumpstart my, creative process. So one of them is doing flashback journaling. So what that is I just take photos, and I have a selfie, so I print them off on my selfie, and then I just shove them in my notebook. And if it's one of those days that I want to do something creative, I want to journal, or I want to add stuff to my sketchbook or my journal, then I take those pictures and I just write about those pictures. And I call it a flashback in my journal, and I put the date that I'm flashbacking to, and then I kind of journal about that image. So that's one idea. Another idea is just plop some color on a page. If you want to be creative but you don't know what to do, just start prepping pages. Plop some color down, plop watercolor on the page, use some distress inks and some stencils, get creative, and start kind of just getting your supplies out, getting your easy supplies out that you like. It's kind of going back to use the supplies that you like and love, okay? Because that'll kind of get you in the groove again. Kind of ties all along with what I just said is I have a go-to doodle that I always do, and it's those flower doodles. I'll link a video in the description box, but so you guys can check that out if you'd like to. But just start doodling. The other night, I wanted to do something, but I really had no idea what I wanted to do. I didn't have anything in mind, so I just doodled. I just took a pen and took my paper and just started doodling, and it got kind of some juices flowing, and then I got to do something else. It just kind of helps jumpstart that process. If you never even pick up a pen and paper, then you're going to lose your momentum. The next thing that I do is kind of tying along with getting outside is I get outside and I go sketch something, or if it's cold, because it's been kind of cold here, I just sketch something in my house. It might be a kid's toy. It might be something I found online. It could be a photo that I took 4 months ago when I was out urban sketching and I thought, oh, that would be cool to draw later. Just pick up the pen and try it. Another thing that I have found is this app called Sketchy. It's only available in iOS devices, so your iPad, your iPhone. You can't even get it on a Mac computer. So bummer, because I have an Android phone. So I used to have an iPhone, so I used to be able to get it on my iPhone, but I can't get it anymore. But that app is really cool because people just post pictures on there, and then you can draw them, and then you can post them to the site, or you can tag them. They have I think they have an Instagram. I'll try and find it and link it in the down bar. But you can thumb through all those photos that they have on that app, and then you can actually draw from there. And then you could post it on the app, or you could post it on Instagram if you want, if you're an art poster, or you can just keep it in your journal and continue on with your life. So I hope this helps. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I like seeing videos like this because everyone gets to this point at some time. Don't think that everyone wants to create all the time. Just because they are a famous artist doesn't mean that every day they created something. It's just like a job. You make yourself go sometimes, you know what I mean? And if you just make yourself do something that you love, then it starts to become a habit, and then you start to want to do it all the time. So so I hope this helps. If you want to check out all those links in the description box, make sure you do that. And then also don't forget to check me out on Instagram, because I post a lot of my, just like that sketch that I showed you, just a lot of these random things in here that I do. I post a lot of that on Instagram. So you can kind of check that stuff out, like something like this. And then I also post a lot of my urban sketching stuff on Instagram as well. So if you like that kind of video, then check that out. I hope you guys have a good day. And if you liked this video, then give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. That way you get notified of my videos every time that I post a new one. I try and post one every Tuesday and Friday. Sometimes I throw an extra one in on Sunday if I feel like filming that week an extra video. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Oh, you know what I forgot? If you haven't seen it already, I have a giveaway going on. I will link that in the description box. That does end January 31st, and I will be announcing the winner on February 1st. So I will link that down below as well, so check that out. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.